Dude, it is not a weakness to ask for help, bro. This is one that took me a long fucking time to understand. And I just want to share this with you guys. Because when I first moved to Florida, I was 19 years old. Right off the rip, I was partying a shit ton. I mean, I was hitting the club Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because if you guys have listened to my other videos, you know I didn't go to college. So this was kind of like my college experience, right? I'm out of my mom's house, living on my own, complete and utter freedom. And I'm just going nuts, dude. Drinking, meeting girls on the beach, just having a fucking blast. And at some point, it got a little bit excessive. Started doing coke. I remember one night, being up with my friend. We didn't sleep at all the entire night, just fucking doing blow. We went for a walk on the beach in the morning. This is really, for me, when this deep void in my soul really started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you've listened to my other videos, you've heard me talk about how I tried to fill this void with hooking up with girls on Tinder, making more money, mixing drugs, right? Because I would try acid, but that wasn't enough. So now I need to mix the acid with the ecstasy, or I need to mix the ecstasy with the ketamine. And it was just never enough, man. And it got to a certain point where I knew I needed help, but I didn't want to admit it. See, I had too much pride. That's why I want to talk about this in video. Because it doesn't make you less of a man to ask for help. And I fought this for so fucking long, man. From the time I was 19 to the time I got sober, when I was 24. 5 years. At the time I was 19 is really when it started ramping up. So 5 years I played this little charade in my head. I would drink, I would drug, and get to a point where I'm like, fuck, I should probably take a break, or I might have a little problem. Let me prove to myself I don't have a problem. So what I would do is I would take, let's say 3 months off. I would say, you know what, I'm gonna go sober for 3 months, prove to myself I can do it, prove to myself that I don't have a problem. And that's what I would do. Except almost never I would make it to the 3 months. I would always, find some reason to start drinking or partying again after only 2 months of being sober. But after that, I'd be like, okay, cool. So I can stop. I am able to stop, and just kind of reconfirm to myself, like, yeah, I'm just choosing to do this stuff. Like, I do have control. Like, I'm good. I'm just choosing to do this stuff. Some time would go on by, 6 months, a year. Again, catch myself. Maybe I'm partying a little bit too much. Should probably take a little break. And I'll take 3 months off. Okay. Get 2 months into my 3-month commitment of a break. Yeah, that's fine, man. I made 2 months. I'm good. See, I do have control. And I would start telling myself, man, if I really had a problem, I wouldn't have an apartment. I wouldn't still have my girlfriend. Fuck, I wouldn't even have a job, dude. And, better yet, my friends and family, they would tell me that I have a problem. So I don't have a fucking problem. See, the people that have a problem are those bums down in the park begging for change, drinking fucking Four Locos and Earthquakes. Those guys have a problem. And my friends, they do drugs too, man. Who are they to tell me I have a problem? And I played that charade, dude. Spent 5 years of my life convincing myself that I don't have a problem. Now, if you don't deal with substance abuse, that's completely fine, brother. I'm not, making this video to just rant and rave about how you should get sober and sobriety changed my life. Well, sobriety did change my life, but the point in this video is it's okay to ask for help, man. Because you see, after 5 years of bullshitting myself, I finally got to the point. It was after an Adderall binge. I had taken too much Adderall after a Halloween party. Could not fall asleep. Trying to drink myself to sleep. Was up till 7 a.m. when I finally had the realization. It hit me like a fucking freight truck. And funny enough, it hit me because I was watching an interview of Steve-O and how he got sober. and Brandon Novak from Viva La Bam. And Brandon said, I have a disease that convinces me I don't have a disease. And that shit hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, brother. I was like, oh fuck, dude. These past 5 years, I've been convincing myself I don't have a problem. Because I was fucking miserable. I was a shell of a man. I hated my life. And I was choosing to slowly kill myself with drugs and alcohol. And nothing was working. I was a broken fucking soul, man. I did not want to live on earth anymore, but I was too scared to kill myself. So that very next morning, I finally looked at my ex-girlfriend and I said, I need help. I can't stay sober on my own. It's the first time I admitted defeat, if you want to call it that. First time in my life in a long while that I asked for help. And that's why I want to share this story with you. Because it's okay to ask for help. See, for me, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, I talk about how I moved to Florida. I was a fiercely independent young man. Riddled with pride and ego. I really wanted to prove the world that I was worth something. And I really wanted to show you that I don't need you and I can do it myself. And I survived doing that. And it worked for a long time until it didn't. And for us men, that puts so much fucking pressure on us, dude. So much pressure to pull yourself up by the bootstraps again and again, feeling like no one is there to help you. Well, I'm living proof to tell you that it's okay to ask for help. And not only that, but people will help you and people want to help you, dude. I'm sure right now you can think in the top of your mind a friend that you have that maybe you haven't really told him exactly what's going on, or a brother. Maybe it's even your dad or your mom or cousin. We're all fucking human, dude, and especially us dudes. Sometimes we have struggles with being vulnerable. But deep down, we crave this connection, this sense of belongingness, this sense of feeling supported, like we don't have to do this shit ourselves. And I know for me, that's what I was craving. And that's what I found in the fellowship of a 12-step room. But what I'm saying to you, brothers, even if you're not an addict, if you're going through something, whether it's depression or you're feeling lost in your life, it's okay to rely on someone else. I don't know who needs to hear this message today, but I just feel called to share it. It's okay to ask for help. You don't have to do this shit alone, dude. Take the fucking pressure off, bro. Because you deserve a good life, man. We all do. And you don't have to be Mr. Perfect, Mr. Superman 24/7. It's just not realistic. Juggling too many balls in the air, one is bound to drop. It's okay to ask someone if they can juggle a few of your balls for you. That sounded wild saying out loud. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed today's vid. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if there's any topics you'd like me to cover. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.